Hi there, that's just another video, another English video. I'm trying to become an English teacher, and today I'll just try to talk in English all the time. One thing I want to say is that teaching is very difficult. I'm not a teacher, although I think my English is quite good, and I think I can help you with your English, unless your English is superior than mine or equal than mine. I'm at the C1 level, and I'm not preparing anything. I'm just doing this as a trial. I promised I would do better videos, and therefore this is what I'm going to try, and I don't know what else to say. This is just a trial, another trial. I don't know what to say. It's very difficult to talk without, so I don't know what to say. If you want to master the present simple, you should understand that the present simple is called habitual present because it's an action which is repeated. For example, I go to the cinema once a month. You go to the cinema once a week. He goes to the cinema once a day. We go to the cinema twice a week. She goes to the cinema once a year. And finally, you go to the cinema every year. I'm now negative. I don't go to the cinema every day. What about you? He doesn't go to the cinema every day. What about her? What about him? He doesn't go to the cinema every year. What about him? You don't go to the cinema every year. What about her? We don't go to the cinema every year. Okay? What about them? And finally, you do not go to the cinema every year. As a question, do I go to the cinema every year? No, I don't. What about you? Do you go to the cinema every year? Yes, you do. Does he go to the cinema every year? No, he doesn't. Does she go to the cinema every year? Yes, she does. Or yes, he goes to the cinema every year. Do we go to the cinema every year? No, we don't. Or no, we don't go to the cinema every year. Do you go to the cinema every year? Yes, I go to the cinema every year. Or no, I do not. Or I don't go to the cinema every year. And finally, do they go to the cinema every year? Yes, they go to the cinema every year. Or yes, they do. Okay. Or yes, they do go to the cinema But when you use the particle do in an affirmative sentence, you should be aware that you are emphasizing the action. That means that if I say yes, I do go to the cinema, you have to put an emphasis on the particle do or on the auxiliary verb. Now present continuous. It's formed with subject plus the verb plus ing. Okay, that means that the meaning of the present continuous means that you use it when something is happening right now. For example, I'm speaking to you now. You cannot say I speak to you now. I am conjunction. I'm. Okay, and let's practice. I'm speaking to you right now. You're speaking to me right now. He's speaking to her right now. She's speaking to him right now. We are conjunction. We're speaking to you right now. We are speaking to each other now. You're speaking to them right now. And finally, you're speaking to me right now. Okay. Mira, poner la pat. Okay. So that's it. What else? Now present. There is another meaning. Well, in fact, there are two more meanings. An action can be, and a present continuous action can be, I think, which is happening right now. Also, you can use the present continuous for a future plan. For example, a near future plan. I mean, I'm speaking to you tomorrow. Okay, I'm playing tennis tomorrow. And let's practice about that. For example, tomorrow I'm playing tennis. What about you? Tomorrow, or within this week, he's, attending a lecture. Okay, but she's not attending a lecture. She's studying tomorrow because she has to do or take or sit an exam. We are contesting. We're working tomorrow. What are you? But they're not working tomorrow because they're going. Sorry, my mistake. They're going to beach. Finally, they're going to the cinema next Tuesday. But we're not going to the cinema because we cannot go to the cinema. Okay, do you understand it better? Okay, another meaning of the present continuous is an action which is not happening right now. It's not a near future plan, but is an action which is not completed. For example, if I say to you, I'm reading a book, it doesn't mean that I'm reading a book right now. It means that I have started to read a book, but I haven't finished it yet. You understand? For example, I'm reading a book. What are you doing? I'm reading a book. I haven't finished it, but I'm reading a book. Okay, it can be now, or it can be that it can also be that I'm reading the book every day and I haven't finished reading that book. Okay, another example, you're working at the cinema, but not now, not necessarily now. You're working there, but it doesn't mean that you're working in this precise moment. Okay, it can be or it cannot be. Okay, so another example, smoother, he's studying at university, but not today, not now, not in this very moment. She hasn't finished studying, that's why she continues studying. Okay, the problem for Spaniards is, or Spanish people, is that they confuse the present simple with the present continuous. I mean, they say, well, because I say in my own language that what tomorrow I go to the cinema, but it's not correct in English. You have to say tomorrow I'm going to the cinema. You understand it better? Okay, so sorry if the image is not perfect, but this is how it is. Okay, I'll try to improve it in the near future. So what else can I tell you? If I say to you the present perfect, how do you form the present perfect? Always with the subject plus the particle have or has plus the verb or logically plus ed for regular verbs. But for irregular verbs you have to use the third column. You have 3 columns: go, went, gone. You have to use the third one. For example, I go to the cinema every day. I went to the cinema yesterday. But if you say I have been, no, I have gone. Careful. If you say I have gone to the cinema, it's not correct. You have to use the verb to be. I have been to the cinema today. Not I have gone. If you say I have gone or I've gone, that means that you're not at the cinema anymore. Okay? The meaning of the present perfect, how do you use it? It's quite simple. You use the present simple for an action which started in the past up to now. That means that the action can continue up to the present in this very moment. I said that the action can continue, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to continue. Let's set an example. I've been Sorry. Well, yes, I've been at the cinema today, but I can't not say, or I cannot say, or I can't say, I went to the cinema. Sorry, I have been to the cinema yesterday. I cannot say that thing. Okay, so now I'm cutting because it's time